Welcome to my third video on the A2560 Foenix retro computer. This is my little hobby project, which is kind of a light operating system for the Foenix, calling it OS-F. It's really going to be built on top of the Foenix microkernel. How exactly is still to be determined. But my part of the OS won't be responsible, for example, writing blocks to disk, things like that. So in this third one, I want to show you the new menu functionality, which is ready. As before, I'm using an emulator, and I don't have it doesn't support a mouse, so I haven't tried to do any mouse interrupts. So I will be injecting fake interrupt events into the event manager, and it will, as far as it's concerned, they're real. So you won't see the mouse pointer move around, but you'll see things light up. Okay, a couple things about before we get started here about how menus are going to work in OS-F. The idea is that, unlike most retro systems you might be familiar with, or even modern ones, there's no menu bar. There's no menu bar at the top like there would be on an old Mac or an Amiga. There's no menu at the top of each window like there would be in Windows. Wherever your mouse is, when you right click, and it is right click to open it, that's where the menu is going to show up. So it is like a contextual menu, but it's not necessarily contextual. In other words, as a programmer, you could choose to do the traditional, file, edit, etc., 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 full structured menu in there. It's just that it's going to show up wherever your mouse is, and it is oriented top to bottom instead of left to right. Another difference that you're going to see is that while menus can cascade, in other words, you can have menu and then it can have a submenu. So, for example, you could have if you just take that file edit example, you could have a file menu. Your main menu would say file, edit, etc. If you clicked on file, that would be a submenu. It would show you the choices like, close window, open window, save, etc. You can cascade as many levels down as you want. But just one difference there is that it's not going to keep building the menus off to the right and then put you at risk of, you move your cursor a couple points off of the menu box and the whole chain collapses. So it's more like a phone interface in a sense that it's going to show you one menu at a time, and it's got a back button if you want to go backwards one step. So we'll see what that looks like. Hopefully this should work out. Okay, so let's see what we got. Okay, as for just starting with a couple of windows here. In the first one, there's the menu in this example, the mouse click was kind of in the center of the screen. So it's open, it's got the first one selected. There's a couple of items that you've got dividers if you want to. And you can notice that window one is going to be a submenu. It's got a indicator of that off to the right. But we're just going to click on this one. So now it's switching the theme here. Again, the system supports themes, so anyone who wants to can design a theme, and you can cover just about everything you'd want to cover in there, I suppose. Inspiration for that, of course, is, from my point of view, is the old Kaleidoscope application for classic Mac, which had a whole infrastructure itself. It had a whole ecosystem of itself until Mac OS X came along. Okay, so here we've got another theme going, and now we're going to open it again. We're going to open it on the right side, and this, the window, it has to account for, if you clicked right in the very right edge of the window, there wouldn't, of course, be space to show all the text in the menu, so it is going to watch out for that. If you want it too close to the bottom or too close to the right, it's going to draw it in the right place, draw it in a place where it can all be seen. This time we're going to go into submenu. So there we're in submenu. This particular one is pretty boring. It has open more windows, close window, or show all windows. Again, these are not meant to be real examples, just demonstrating how to do it. And you can see that there's a back arrow pointing back to the previous menu, which is System was the name of this thing. So presumably your level, you can put whatever you want there, but it's up to you to control that. Okay, so you close the window from the menu. Now we are switching down to the bottom, and of course I'm trying to, part of this is testing for me, so I'm testing that if you click too close to the bottom, it will correctly move it up far enough to see the whole menu. This time we're gonna go into one of those menus, and we're gonna cancel or go back just to make sure that works. And there we are. And now we're gonna pick a different one. And this one, say hi, it probably should be called say bye, because that's the end of the demo. All right, thanks everyone. Hope to see you on Discord.